Savana. I'm going to be giving you a little tour of my short bus. Her name is Rolling Cloud, although if she becomes yours, you could name her something else. So she's a 2001 GMC Savana 3500 one-ton dually with a 6.5 liter V8 diesel. She's a cutaway, so it's a GMC Savana engine front with a short bus in the back. So I'll walk you around and show you all the cool things. As we've just entered, I had this co-pilot seat professionally installed. It's got a lap seat belt, and it also reclines all the way back, so it could also serve as like a small bed or resting area. Oh. I also installed this remote, or this like keypad entry, so you can put your own code and it'll lock and unlock and just open up like that. And if you come in, you can see that we have a little shoe rack here, or storage of some other sort. I also added this very cute detail here. Oh my gosh, isn't that so cute? Up here, we can open this up. There's some extra storage in here that I used for dry goods, rice and beans and things. In here, you'll see that we have a full kitchen. Keep this grate here while we're driving for storage, but this is a 2-burner stove with a small oven. It's big enough to bake a loaf of bread or some cookies. So there's butcher block countertops here. We've got under counter lighting so that you have a great workspace here. There's a little spice rack here with a little fruit bag and other like little place to put your keys and small items, with a key ring here. Up here we have really great storage. I cook a lot, so I was able to fit a lot of kitchen stuff in here. You could also use it for clothes if you were traveling with two. Back here we have the Wii Boost for remote work. That's not plugged in right now, but that's available. There's a really deep stainless steel kitchen sink here. There's a 7-gallon gray water holding tank under here. And the water pump turns on with this switch. There's also extra deluxe luxury of a warm water tank, which I didn't use a ton, but it's available. And then there's a huge water tank that's stored in the back, which we'll show you at the end. There's a extending sink here. This is for your fresh water. So there's a whole filtration system that's underneath that's built in. There's a built-in soap here. And let me take off this insulation for the windows that was handmade. And you can open this up. This turns outside, and you can have an outdoor shower if you want to have an outdoor shower, and it can be warm. You can also see that there's limo tinting here, so you cannot see in during the daytime. It just looks like black window, which is really fun. Let's see. We've got a full-size mattress here. It's clean, lightly used, just for 2 years. There is a air conditioning that, if you are plugged into shore power, works well to cool the space. We've got a bookshelf here, and you can turn these LED lights on and off over here right from the bed, and there's also a dimming switch, which is really cool. There's his and hers, or his and his, or hers and hers, or them and theirs storage here, and on both sides. We have a carbon monoxide alarm and smoke alarm up here, so just in case you need it. There's also USB charging ports on both sides of the bed. Let's see what else. Down here, we have some extra storage along with a fire extinguisher in case you need it. Hopefully you don't. There's another charging port here. There's an Ames inverter, and this is the remote switch to turn it on so that you can have access to all of your outlet plugs. This is the thing that would make these available to you, and you can just turn it on from here instead of having to go in the garage. In here, neatly underneath this like sitting area, there's a Dometic refrigerator and freezer combo. It uses very little energy, so you can see there's tons of space in here for about a week's worth of food if you're good at Tetrising your food. And then we close it up and we can latch it for driving. The last owners had a cat. We have cleaned out all of the cat dander, but there's a cat door here, which I think is so adorable. I just left it. Let's see. Down here, we have a ton of storage. This is removable, but it's nice that it has double layers, and there's also extra of this tile that you could use if you want to add any extra flair. But plenty of space down here for activities. And let's see. In here, there's a spacious closet. You can see you could actually hang clothing if you wanted. And then down here, there's a little divided storage area down there. There's also touch lights available all around so that you can see, you don't have to turn on all the lights at night. You can just pop that on. We also have twinkle lighting, which is my favorite. You can see around the edge of the bus. This is so sweet at night to have these on, and it makes for just really nice, cozy space. Under here. So under here, there is a Campapotty cassette toilet. You would really only want to use this for number one, but it's great for travel. And there's also, it'll include this special toilet stuff to make sure that it doesn't smell. I never have an issue with it smelling or anything. So there's storage down here. There is a safe that is bolted to the bus. So if you need that, that's there. There's also more storage back here underneath for anything that you need. So we saw the air conditioning, but we also have a diesel heater, which can be accessed here, and it blows heat out of this vent here. And the tank for the diesel heater is in the garage, which we'll show you later. All kinds of storage for the kitchen. Got like little slatted drawers. These are removable if you want. All kinds of storage. All kinds of storage. Down here, there's all kinds of storage for like your larger pots and pans. So this is, if you wanted to live full time in here, you definitely could. Right here, there's a very cute little board to put your little pictures for your travels, and a small work desk or other kind of surface to put your tea or your breakfast on. And then that just folds down, folds away so that you have this full bench seat. So these little latches are all over all the doors to make sure that everything stays shut while we're driving. So you just pull and open them. And there is a huge spacious closet in here. with inside lighting, touch lighting that's battery operated, as well as some battery operated, really adorable, cozy string lights. This can stay or go, but I found it to be really useful while I was traveling. But there's a bar here where you can have hanging clothes, as well as any of your socks or underwear or things down here, even shoes if you want to. And then down here, you'll see there's a whole ton of extra storage. This is removable if you need to have that extra space for whatever reason. So this will also come with the bus. This is a disc lock. So because the area I live in is known for car theft and buses are high target, this is a really amazing theft deterrent. You just put it right on the steering wheel, and I have had zero issues. Right here you can see there's I've strapped this very small table that I pull out for when I want to cook or work from the bus. You can just pull this out and put it right by the bench, and it works perfectly. There's also a little thing here for a full-size broom if you want to have a broom in here, which I recommend. So up here you'll see there's a fuse box. This takes care of all the electric components in the bus. We have a Renogy 40 amp MPPT charge controller that goes to the solar panels that are on the roof. And I've never had any issues with this. This has been able to charge all of the LED. Everything that's in here is very low power using. And so it's been able to charge everything that I need, laptop, all the lights, as long as you're not plugging in high electric use things, it will last for a very, very long time, especially if it's a sunny time. Oh, and up here we have, so these are for in the evening or whenever that you want privacy. These are little privacy curtains that can be put up on these little hooks here. And then there's one for the door, a longer one for the door. So that way, if you're stealth camping and you don't want people to see you're in the middle of the city, nobody can see in. It's very nice and cozy in the evening. So when we took all of the insulating covers off, you can see how bright and spacious it is. It's like having windows all the way around 360, which is incredible. We also have screens. I think we have 4 screens for the bus that can be stored up here, or that are stored up here, right here. Oh, and then also we've got up here, this is a Max Air fan. So it opens like this, and you can turn it on and off. And it can either push air out or pull air in, depending on if you're cooking or what kind of temperature change that you're looking for. So close that up. Yeah. So if you come close and look under here, there is this door that opens up. There's a 5-gallon propane tank here with the monitor of how much is in there. This is where it's filled, and you just turn it on here when you want to use your stove, and then just turn it off when you're done. I have had it for 2 years, and I have never had to fill it. So it's quite robust. Here you'll see there is a lockable, this is the door that you open to put the water into the holding tank for the water, and you would just use any regular hose. You can fill this tank. This is also a cute little addition cool for when you're camping and you want to put your little buns and your little ketchups and whatever's on here. It's adorable. And it just locks back like that. Back here is the garage. And I'm going to include maybe everything in here except for that ladder. But there are boards in here that are for when you get stuck in the snow. Heavy duty boards that the bus could use. I've never had to use them, but they're there for emergency. These are cables that are very useful, so you can plug the bus into shore power, into any regular outlet. They have the converters here. This will be included with the bus. There's also lithium ion battery charger in the event that for some reason the battery dies. I haven't had that happen because I personally replaced both of them about 2 years ago. They're pretty new. And if you can see in here, there's Renogy lithium iron phosphate batteries, 12 volt, 100 amp batteries that were professionally installed. They have a feature on it where when it gets cold, down to a certain temperature, they actually use a little bit of the battery charge to heat themselves so that they won't lose power during the winter, which is extra great because you don't have to think about that. And then in here you can see that there is an Ames power inverter that changes this power into usable power for your outlets. Here you can see the diesel tank for your heater, and you just open this cap up and fill it right in. It will also include this is the window, the back window. If you ever do want to decide to take that air conditioning out, the back window is here, that you could just pop it back in. And up here, there's a light so that you can see in the garage. That we should have had that on, but we didn't. So here we are. So right here, you'll see your 20-gallon freshwater holding tank. 20 gallons of water will last you quite a while if you're really diligent about keeping your water consumption down. This is a thing that you can plug in when it gets very cold. It's a water tank heater, and there are actually outlets here in the trunk of the bus as well, so you won't have to worry about wiring or anything. But that makes sure that your water stays water and not ice in the tank. Yeah, I think that's all we got back here.